Shalom, shalom, Yasharala Shabbat Yaranan, with the sudden return from the Great Millstone Camp located here in Chicago. And first and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises to Call Haloyim La Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect 144,000 prophets scattered throughout the four corners, preaching his word and truth and sincerity with discretion and discernment. Shalom to the Akim and a few Akwak and the children that might be tuning in too though. Alright, so I'm coming back with another short lesson, Lord willing, is edifying, straight to the point. Alright, and it's simply entitled Choose Life. Alright, choose life, man. You know, the Lord gave us a choice. What the nigga Kanye say, slavery was a choice? The Lord gave us a choice. I'm going to read it right here, Deuteronomy 30 and 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and curse. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live. So Moses told the Israelites, you know, which Moses was the leader of the Israelites at the time, he told the people, the Most High said, choose life, choose blessing, or choose death and curses. So you know, this lesson is entitled Choose Life, to encourage the Akim and the few Akwat to continue on, man. All right, by yum, the little children out there, anybody children watching and following it, reading, watching. All right, continue on to serve you. How about you, and do what the Lord told you to do that you know is right, because that's life, man. Whatever the commandments is, that's real love. All right, everybody want to talk about real love. Yeah, real love is keeping the commandments and the laws and the statutes that Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai gave us, man. All right, through faith in Yahweh Shai, and teaching each other to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. That's real love. When I tell you don't do this, don't do that, or do this and do that, I'm not just making no scenario up out of my own, man. I'm telling you what the scripture said, the Lord said do and don't do. You know, so choose life. You know. Let me see what else I got right here. That's the book of Zechariah, chapter 13 and verse 8. It say, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shalom Shai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai is my power. All right, the Lord is my God. So, hey, the Lord got a remnant that he was going to select for salvation, man. And they was going to call on his name and say, this is my power, Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, man. And he said he going to bring them through the fire, man. All right, his elect is prophesied to be beamed up and saved from impending danger, man. But what it's saying in verse 8, it shall come to pass, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. When you see capital L, capital O, capital R, capital D, that's the name of the Lord, Yahweh. The Lord said, what? 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. Yeah, that land is right here in Babylon and Great America, man. All right, as you can see, World War III is brewing up. And who is in the middle of World War III? All right, who talking about peace with Iran and peace in the Middle East, and we got the Golden Dome, and who supplied the Israelis with the what they call that shit over there, the Iron Dome or some shit, whatever they call it, the missile defense system. America supplied them with that. Who aided them with money and technology and help to rule the world in wickedness? America and Israel is in cahoots together, man. All right, so what the scriptures say, the least of the flock shall draw them out. Yeah, Israel, the so-called Israelis, them people that's over there in the land, imposters, them niggas is going to draw out the Americans, man, the Babylonians, because they say the least of the flock shall draw them out. Them niggas is a small, little bitty country, just was made in 1948. Them niggas come out the woodworks. Talking about we the people. Fuck out of here. The Lord say they gonna draw America into the middle of World War III, and America gonna get blown to smithereens. So it's very imperative, and it would behoove you It's important to you that you choose life and serve Yahweh Shem Shai. Because if you on the shores of America, from goddamn it Texas to Canada, from California to goddamn it New York, I'm from New York, concrete jump. Yeah, y'all's gonna blow up. All right. So to prove that land in verse 8 when it say, and all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts shall be cut off and die. Yeah, 2/3 of the Israelites gonna be cut off and die, because modern day scholars most likely gonna tell you, or especially theologists and biblical scholars, they gonna say that the whole planet Earth, the Lord gonna save 1/3 of the people on the planet Earth, and He gonna kill everybody else and whatever else they say. But no, the Lord is gonna kill 2/3 of His people. In Babylon, the great America, man, you're going to die because you chose death. That's what you chose. All the Lord telling you to do is what He told you to do. He say, my commandments are not grievous. It's not hard to do what the Lord. How hard could it be to not eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster? How hard could it be to not sleep with another man's wife, man? All right? Right now, nigga gonna die today. Somewhere on earth, it's a nigga dying. The scriptures say the Lord executed His judgment every morning. A nigga finna die right now somewhere on earth. He was sleeping with somebody's woman. Right now, some lady, she was just walking and riding, doing whatever. A fence swung open, and the do not park and tow zone sign slid her head off. Final destination type shit. Why? Because the Lord, they say, be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. Whatsoever a man sow, that shall he also reap. There's rules and boundaries and guidelines and laws on the planet Earth. You can't just get away with what you want to do, man. All right? Especially the Most High chosen people. All right? He told you specifically what to do and what not to do. But a nigga be thinking, oh, America. No. All right, so to prove that land in Zephaniah 13:8 is America, Babylon the Great, I'm going to just start from verse 16, Revelation 16:16. And he gathered them into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. And the seventh angel poured out his vial into the air, and there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven and the throne, from the throne saying, it is done. And there were voices and thunderings and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon the earth. So mighty an earthquake and so great. And the great city was divided into 3 parts. And the great city was divided into 3 parts, and the cities of the nations fell. And the great city Babylon came into remembrance before the Most High, to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of His wrath. All right, so the Lord got a hit out on America, Babylon the Great. In the midst of why World War III is brewing, when He drawing the different nations of people to fight in the Valley of Armageddon, all right, He's going to allow every nation on earth to blow America to smithereens, man, with nuclear, hypersonic, intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. Heat-seeking missiles, man. They're going to flood this way and blow this place to smithereens. And they say they're going to break it down into 3 parts. The Lord finna change up the map. You see how you got, like, America, you can, I-90, all that shit, 290, whatever. Yeah, that shit going to be separated, broken up, all right? And there ain't going to be none here but desert creatures, man. So that's the land that it's talking about that's going to be destroyed, because while World War III is going on, everybody going to release their nukes on DJ. You know who I'm finna say? The nigga who just threw the motherfucking WWE shit in the back of the White House. Yeah, that nigga going to get everybody ass blew up during World War III. You know? So that's the prophecy. He got to be the cruel Lord in Isaiah 19. It's got to be that nigga. It can't be it ain't motherfucking Bill Clinton. It's got to be that nigga, Donald Trump. All right, so yeah, I was proving that America, Babylon the Great, is the land that is going to be destroyed. In Zechariah 3 and 8 right here, when it say, and it shall come to pass in all the land, that in all the land, saith the Lord, two parts shall be cut off and die. That's why I'm telling you the lesson, true to life, because you're going to be cut off and die here in America. I just read to you that, and what I was reading on Revelation 16, it say, during the middle of World War III, it's going to be a great earthquake. So great an earthquake. That's from all of the nations releasing their missiles on America, Babylon the Great, and blowing it up. That's where the 2/3 melt in the lake of fire, man. All right, so Zephaniah 3 and 8, it say, therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh Shai, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, and even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. You see that? You hear that? The Lord say he gonna rock. What that nigga say, Jim Carrey on the man? Let's rock this joint. Before they got to playing the drums at the little club, he said, let's rock this joint. The Lord say, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy, man. He finna rock this joint. You hear me? So it say, yeah, we waiting on the Lord, because that's his determination, man. It's to gather the nations, that he may assemble the kingdoms. He finna get on their ass. And like I said, like the other scripture just said, all right, in Revelation, what it say? Revelation 16 and 16, and he gathered them together into a place called Armageddon. So, World War III is going to be, and all of the nations is going to be battling in the Western Asia, the so-called Middle East. All right, this is the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 1. It say, for behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, the northern and the southern kingdom, it's time for the Lord to save us. He talking about he finna bring our captivity again. Remember, he got us up out of Egypt the first time. He finna get us up out of here again. It say, verse 2, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. All right, the valley of Yahweh's decision, man, the valley of judgment, Yahweh's judgment. All right, it say, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. So yeah, they done took the land down and bust the land down. They bust the people down in the land. All right, but the Lord say, he promised this to Abraham. He got to do it. So that's his determination and his plan is to gather the nations together. And he finna fuck you niggas up in World War III. All right. And then America gonna be blown to smithereens, and he finna save his elect from America and from wherever else around the world. All right. In Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 14, it say, therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, that it shall be no more said, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. Yeah, remember I just mentioned that? We ain't going to be talking about that forever. We ain't going to even be thinking of, that's like a black and white movie, a Western. Nigga, we want to see cartoon, we want to see color television. So we ain't going to be thinking about or talking about. It's going to be that we're going to know about it and talk about it. But not like what it say. It say, but the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. Ding. Yeah. It don't give you no specifics on the land of the north right there. You just got to go through the spirit and know that it's other precepts that I could back this up. But according to the other precepts I just read about World War III, a great earthquake, the great city, Babylon, the great falling, you got to go through faith and through the spirit and through the other precepts and know that the land of the north is talking about Babylon, the great America, man. So it say, but the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north and from all the lands whither he had driven them. Yeah, I just said that he going to deliver them from America and wherever else they at, man, his elect. It's saying, I will bring them again into that land that I gave unto their fathers. Yeah, he said he going to bring a third part, 1/3 coming through the fire, man, 144,000 prophets. All right, and plus the 1/3 believers, men, women, and children, man. So that's what we hoping for, man. That's why we choose in life, because we want to be saved, man. All right. In Romans 8:28, it say, and we know that all things work together for the good to them that love the Most High, to them that are called according to His purpose. Yeah, His purpose is to save 1/3, and he got the prophets out here waking up His elect, and He got the prophets out here chanting down Babylon the Great, and prophesying against war, great kingdoms of war, evil and pestilence, America, and all of the other heathen nations out there, man. The fucking rat temple. All right, we prophesying against all of you filthy heathens out there, man, telling you that the creator of the universe is coming back to set the planet back in order. All right, and you're going to love it, man. You're going to hate it so much that you're going to love it, because we said we're going to break you into pieces with a rod of iron, you heathens. And you 2/3, y'all finna die in the middle of this shit. All right, in the middle of Babylon and Great America, when the missiles get to falling, before the missiles get to falling, man, we're going to kick, what that nigga say on House Party? We're going to kick your fucking ass. We're going to kick your ass, man. All right? And then we're going to come back after we do that. We're going to come back. We're going to purge out the rebels. All right? So all things work for the good, according to those that are called according to His purpose. Do you believe? Whose side are you on? What's to you? This Exodus chapter 32 and verse 26. Then Moses stood in the gate of the camp and said, who is on the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai's side? It say, let him come unto me. And all the sons of Levi gathered themselves together unto him. All right, so, hey, the Lord said He making us a nation of kings and priests, man. So He looking together His elect. Who on the Lord's side? What type of time is you on, man? Is you on the same type of time that the Lord? Do you want the Lord? Do you want what the Lord want? The Lord say He finna blow this bitch up and melt niggas, and all type of shit finna go down. Evils and only evils. The end is come. So is you on the Lord's side, or is you like, no, I want peace right now. I want to live comfortably here right now in America, Babylon the Great. I want peace on earth right now. Or is you on the Lord's side? Is you called according to His purpose? Is all things working to the good in your life? Are you thinking what the Lord is thinking? What TV show was that on? They say, one of them TV shows, man. They say, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Is you thinking what the Lord is thinking, man? All right. So who is on the Lord's side? The Levites came. That's symbolic for the elect, because He's making us a nation of kings and priests. All right, so choose life. All right, there's Proverbs 8:36. It say, but he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. All right, but he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. We only telling you this because it's for your own good. All right. All they that hate me love death. Well, hey, it looks like you don't like these words. You like death. You love death. All right. So it's no easy way to tell you're going to die. So you have to listen to the words. You don't have to get cursed out. You know, we curse. We use this like we don't curse, but we use like rough speech, profanity with the scriptures, and that'll turn people off from the scriptures. But that ain't even a curse. That's just rough speech. Like you choosing what? Let me go back to the first scripture I read. It say Deuteronomy 30:19. I call to heaven and earth to record this day against you that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life. So it say all they that hate me love death. If you not living according to the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai in spirit and in truth, then by default, you're in a romantic relationship with death. You just can't wait to see him. Can't wait to meet him. All right? So it's a, like I said, it ain't no easy way to tell you that. So Proverbs 1:23 say, turn you at my reproof. Yeah, when you getting rebuked and corrected by the men of the Lord, you getting cut by the scriptures, The Lord say, if you turn in his reproof, I will pour out my spirit unto you and make my words known unto you. You gotta humble down and take the correction and get sliced up. You gotta take it and you gotta gird up your loins like a man and humble down and admit what they say. They say the first key to getting over something is you gotta admit you got a problem. So the Lord say if you turn in his reproof, he'll make his words known unto you, man. So when you see the Hebrew Israelites on the corner with the Bible and we cussing, saying this and that, we not cussing, but rough speech, because I got cussing right here in the etymology. This the word cursing right here. Where it go? This curse, it say a prayer that evil or harm befall one. All right, that's a curse. When you praying that evil or harm befall one, you talking to the Lord, say, Lord, let that nigga die. Well, guess what? That nigga chooses death. So when we say, it's a big difference when somebody say, your stupid ass need to move before you get hit by the bus. But then, you jump in front of the bus. That's your stupid ass jumping in front of the bus. You curse yourself. Like, you can't get mad because of the language I used when I said how you was gonna die. You chose to die. So, yeah, man. The Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the elect, man. Choose life and continue to fight for righteousness for Yahweh Shema Shah. Because all this shit down here wicked and finna melt, man. The Lord say in Ezekiel, I will leave you there and melt you. I remember I used to watch the movie growing up. They say, you've been left behind. Your ass gonna be left behind. Burn up, Jack. All right. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the hopeful. Double honor to the apostle elders, a great millstone. Kawah Haloyim La Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Kakaraj. Kwam Nasarallah. Above.